For some, the day's end is a signal to rest. For others, it is an invitation. When the world finally goes quiet, a distinct group of people feels most alive. They are the night owls, those who find the hours after midnight not as a time for sleep, but as a space for being. While society often views this habit as a simple issue of poor discipline or a messed up schedule, the reality runs deeper. The choice to consistently stay up late is less about rebellion and more about psychology. It reflects how a person interacts with time, space, and their own mind. What is it that pulls them into the late hours? And how does living against the standard clock shape their experience of life? This isn't just about sleep. It's about identity, sanctuary, and a unique way of moving through the world. Stick with us until the end of the video to see how your late-night habits shape your life, and don't forget to subscribe and share your own story in the comments. For the dedicated night owl, the late hours are far more than just time. They are a physical and mental space of refuge. When the sun sets and homes grow dark, a profound quiet settles. This quiet is not empty. It is full of possibility. It is first and foremost a break from the constant demands of the day. The phone stops buzzing. The flood of emails ceases. The expectations from others to reply, to attend, to perform are politely put on hold until morning. In this silent world, the night owl can finally breathe. There are no immediate tasks required of them by the outside world. This creates a rare feeling of true freedom. The time feels like their own, genuinely and completely. This uninterrupted space becomes the perfect ground for deep thinking and creativity. The brain, free from the alerts and chatter of daylight hours, can focus. A project that seemed frustrating during a busy afternoon can suddenly flow. Ideas connect, writers find their words, artists lose track of time, programmers solve problems. The lack of distraction is not just convenient, it is essential for this kind of work. The night provides a blanket of focus that the day, with its errands and interactions, simply cannot offer. It is a personal studio where the mind can play and build without interruption. The night offers a powerful sense of control. The day operates on a strict shared schedule. Meetings are at set times. Stores have opening hours. There is a collective rhythm that must be followed. The night, however, is a personal time zone. The night owl decides when to work, when to relax, when to eat. They stretch and shape the hours to fit their internal desires. In a world where so much feels scheduled and imposed, these late hours become a kingdom of one's own making. The ticking of the clock shifts from a taskmaster to a companion. This control is deeply comforting. It turns the night from a period of rest into an active, personal world where the rules are written by the person living in it. To understand the night owl, one must look at their internal wiring. It starts with a simple, natural preference. Their internal clock runs on a delayed schedule. Where an early bird might feel a wave of tiredness at 9 p.m., the night owl is just hitting their stride. Waking up early often feels forced, like waking up in the middle of their night. Their energy and alertness naturally bloom in the later hours. This is not laziness. It is their body's authentic rhythm. They are not choosing to be awake. Their system is simply programmed to be most alert when others are winding down. This different rhythm shapes how they prefer to connect with others. Big, loud daytime gatherings can feel overwhelming. There's too much stimulation, too many people to track. Instead, night owls often thrive on low-pressure socializing that the late hours allow. A long, thoughtful chat with a single friend online, a small, intimate conversation over coffee in a quiet late-night diner, sharing movies or games with a close group when the world is asleep. These interactions are deep and focused, without the noisy backdrop of the day. The night strips away the performance of social life, leaving space for more genuine connection on their terms. There's also a common thread in how many night owls approach tasks: the last-minute mindset. A deadline looming for the next morning might fill others with dread. For the night owl, it can create a strange sense of calm and focus. The pressure of the clock, combined with the quiet of the night, forms a bubble of concentration. The noise of the world is gone, and the urgency of the task sharpens the mind. What looks like procrastination to an outsider is often a necessary buildup of pressure that their brain uses to ignite. They work best when the door to distraction is closed, and the only path forward is to create. The silent, pressing night becomes their perfect partner in getting things done. Living on a delayed schedule means constantly navigating a world set to a different time. This creates a persistent feeling of mild jet lag. The night owl may have been brilliantly productive until 2 a.m., but the 8 a.m. meeting still exists. They must drag themselves through the early hours in a fog, while their mind and body plead for more sleep. This daily clash is exhausting. It is a lifelong negotiation between their natural rhythm and society's demands. They often feel like they are living in the wrong time zone, perpetually out of step with the mainstream flow of life. Because of this mismatch, night owls often seek their own tribe. They find comfort and connection with others who share their rhythm. Online forums buzz with life at 3 a.m. Late-night gaming sessions create tight-knit groups. A handful of 24-hour cafes or diners become familiar havens where they can be around others without the pressure of morning cheer. Finding these people is a relief. It validates their experience. It proves they are not alone in their view of the world. These late-night communities, often formed digitally, provide a vital sense of belonging that the daylight world sometimes fails to offer. This need for sync extends to work. The traditional 9-to-5 office can feel like a cage. As a result, night owls are often drawn to careers that offer flexibility. They might excel in freelance roles, setting their own hours to match their creative peaks. They may gravitate toward night shifts in tech support, healthcare, or security, where their natural alertness is an asset. Some seek remote work that allows them to design a day that starts later. The goal is always the same: to align their job with their energy, not fight against it. Their career path becomes a search for a structure that bends to their internal clock rather than breaking it. The night owl's sanctuary is not without its shadows. The same quiet that fosters focus can also open the door to anxiety. In the deep silence, thoughts grow louder. Worries about the future, regrets from the past, or stresses about the day to come can spiral. With no external distractions to pull them out, they can get stuck in their own heads. This midnight anxiety is a known downside. The freedom from outside demands sometimes means a confrontation with inner ones. The night can change from a canvas of creativity to an echo chamber of worry, and it can be hard to switch it off. There's also a tangible cost to missing the morning world. They often sacrifice the symbolic, fresh start that a new day represents. Morning routines, breakfast meetings, sunny optimism, these are often foreign experiences. There can be a faint sense of guilt or of missing out on the productive, collective energy that society associates with sunrise. Relationships with early risers require compromise and understanding. They might sleep through weekend brunches or struggle with family breakfasts. This trade-off is a constant part of their life, a choice to embrace one world at the expense of another. Yet the rewards are powerful and unique. There's a distinct pride in being part of the secret late-night world. Watching the sunrise as a reward for a night of work or thought brings a profound private satisfaction. They experience the world in a way most people never see. The peaceful streets, the calm, the slow transition from night to day. Their identity becomes tied to this rhythm. They see themselves as independent, introspective, and capable of thriving outside the norm. This self-knowledge is a deep reward. It forges a person who understands their own needs and has carved out a space, however quiet, to meet them. The life of a night owl is a study in contrasts, creativity and anxiety, freedom and jet lag, deep focus and social compromise. It is a rhythm built on a different internal beat. Understanding this pattern is not about labeling it good or bad, but about recognizing it as a fundamental way of being. These individuals are not broken or undisciplined. They are simply wired to experience time differently. Their late hours are a search for space, control, and a mode of thinking that the bustling day cannot provide. As society moves toward more flexible work and living arrangements, perhaps there is growing room for this understanding. The goal should not be to force the night owl into the morning lark's box, but to appreciate the unique view they get from staying up to watch the stars, and to welcome the light they often create in the darkness,